You're getting predictable. Coming up with exactly what you're going to say.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Saturated.
So, me is always frightened of being alone, but is the whole journey not a flight from the alone to the alone?
Right? Me is always what?
Me can be very frightened about being lonely.
Yeah.
But is in the end the whole journey a flight from the alone to the alone, or a journey from the alone to the alone?
Okay. Me is very frightened of its own absence, and it also longs for its own absence. But in the experience of being a me, there is a fear of being alone. The reality is that actually it already is alone. The me is totally alone. But the flight, the journey, is just another appearance. It has no significance for each other. Me, in a way, me is constantly trying not to be alone. So it's always looking for something else it can attach itself to or belong to, like another person or a purpose or political party or whatever, so that it feels that it belongs, a family obviously. But it never really belongs because it's always alone. It can't know anybody else. This idea that there's somebody who can know someone else's thoughts and it's just a farce, you know. That can't know what anything else feels or experiences. So there are over 7 billion me's in the world, all of them alone. That long to be at one, but never will be until that longing collapses, which is me collapsing. And then suddenly all there is belonging. Because the end of me is the absolute melting into wholeness, in which nobody belongs and and everything belongs, because it's that oneness. That's why it's ultimately a power, liberation, or so-called liberation, the end of me, is immeasurably beyond anything that anybody offers you in terms of what they call personal enlightenment. The idea that you can become personally enlightened and live in bliss or all that other stuff. The idea of personal enlightenment is you get another list of wonderful things that can happen to you after you've followed the list of instructions of how to find it. But none of that comes anywhere near wholeness. There's no comparison. You could say that wholeness is the ultimate belonging, because there's no one in it. There just is wholeness. It's indescribable and unknowable.
Okay, thank you.
It was happened to me a few times. It was happened to me a few times that after somebody was dying, so I felt strong energy, maybe with a soul to this person, or it was just arising, and mainly in the spine. I was feeling that. So. What does that mean? So
what that means is that somewhere, if you know somebody, it doesn't matter how well you know them, but if you know them well and you've lived with them or you know them and sort of, in a sense, taking on your own energy of them, then when they die, you still have that energy, your energy of them, in a sense. It's your sense of them that lives on after they die. You don't have to be intimate with somebody for that to happen. It could be a friend or whatever, but in some way or other, in living with them or knowing them, you've taken on, in a sense, their energy or what You've taken on their energy in a very simple way, in your own unique way. You don't purposely do that, but in some way or other, when they die, it's still there.
So what energy is it? You said there are bodies here, the energy is moving bodies.
They're just energy,
Yeah. And so isn't that a particular energy that is more concentrated in a body, or is going, or, I mean, in the end it's all the same energy, no?
It's all the same energy, yeah. But this is energy, in this room at the moment, there's energy flying around all over the place. All sorts of energy is happening here, which can be sensed or may not be sensed, it doesn't matter.
And when somebody's dying, so body is dying, so there is some concentrated energy?
No, not necessarily. No, but when somebody dies who you have an energy with, that energy can stay with you. Not necessarily forever, but it's there. The energy you have about them is in you, in your body.
Thank you.
In your books, in your book, one book I read, you say that your meetings are meetings with friends. Why do you call them friends?
Well, they're not disciples. They're not. The meeting really, what I'm trying to say is that this is about friendship, not about the difference between one person and another. It's about being open together and illuminating together something in friendship, what I call friendship. It isn't somebody who has something here telling somebody else something they know. So like, this isn't a teaching. There's no this is not a teaching. It's not a teacher communicating with a learner or an audience. It's about sharing something together in friendship.
Would you marry again?
Are you offering?
No, you're already. I am
I could consider it. I might consider it if you ask me after the meeting. Well, there's no way that this can say anything's going to happen in the next minute or second or 5 minutes. There's only unknowing. There's nothing here that would know anything. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But you can make offers, you know, I'm not tempted.
Can you say something about free will? You know, I think.
Only that there isn't any.
Yeah.
Next question? No. The me grows, when the me grows, you know, it becomes, when separation happens and the me takes form, it lives in an artificial reality in which it believes or feels that free will is real. And that's an illusion. There is no free will, there is no choice. There's no, free will and choice and everything surrounding that is simply an appearance out of no thing. So it's not real, it's real and unreal. But the me believes that it has free will and that is real. It believes that the me is real. It believes it's in living in time. Absolutely, there's no question about that not being real. It's real. And that there's a story that it can really change and make better or worse. It's an illusion. It's an illusory reality because it's based on the sense that everything is real. That's what makes it illusory. In the natural reality, it is absolutely apparent to no one that everything that arises is real and unreal. It's nothing arising as this.
What is the difference between the relationship to your wife and children compared compared to other people.
So first of all, there is no one here who has anything called a wife and children. There's no one here that has anything. Liberation is the end of ownership. It's the end of something that has anything. So there's nothing here that has a wife or children or house or car. There just is what is.
And does your body have a different relationship with your wife and children?
It doesn't relate, because the idea of relating is that there's someone here who then relates to someone else over there. There isn't anyone here, and actually there isn't anyone over there, in terms of the person I live in a house with. So there's no relationship. There's no need to relate. I don't think he's so sure about marrying me now.
I would feel quite insecure.
Yes.
Me.
Damn, I missed out again. So we can have a little break. Is there tea or coffee? There's everything.
Ciao. Ciao. Bye.